Hey guys, Cleanse here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm back uploading again. I took a little bit of a vacation and now I'm back so I can make videos again. Anyways, with that all aside, here I have a 255 reverse lefty and I'm just going to go over really recommended setup for one of these if you want to make it. I'm going to stack my sand up really quick. So basically what I've got going on is, one sec, this is so annoying. Okay, so I've got a cool sand comp going on here, which I'll show a little bit if I can. Problem is I can't really show much with this cannon because it lags me so bad when I shoot it, just because the hammer is so big and everything going on it just lags me. Anyways, I can show you how everything works though. So with the sand comp, basically we have double piston extenders right here and all these pistons up here, and you think, wow, this is such a waste of space, but really it's not, because it's really needed. So what this sand comp is it's a one tick fusion sand comp. So that means all this sand turns into an entity in one tick, because if you separate your sand out like this, then when it gets pushed out by a piston, it turns into an entity. Sort of something weird and good to know with order of entities, but that's just how that works, and I can't really explain that because it doesn't make any sense. But down here, instead of using what I usually use, like 12 long, and I'll have something tick off here, so that'll go off first, shoot the sand here, and this will tick off second. And you guys know this is needed because TNT only reaches 7 blocks, so it'll only reach sand up to around there. So obviously all this sand wouldn't get affected. But with this one, this ticks off, boosts sand over here, then that boosts this over here, which then boosts the sand, and it just goes boom, 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 until it lands here, until all the sand lands here. Same thing with this side. And then of course it gets boosted onto the cannon and shot out. So it doesn't actually lose any sand, which is awesome, and also I don't have to replace these cobwebs because of the setup over here with these double piston extenders. If you have a block in front of them, and you have, so all the sand gets pushed onto these cobwebs, and then this sand block gets pushed, double piston extended out here, which will push all the sand off in one tick. So it's a very, very smooth sand comp, and I would really recommend you to make any one tick fusion sand comp like this. Also, it's very easy to stack sand up, and of course the reusable cobweb feature is very, very, very redeeming to the size of this. So you can use this as an auto pretty much. You can just stack that up as much as you want. So for the rest of the cannon, it's just pretty basic. I stuck with, you know, a basic like 240 stacker design here, 45 block scatter, nothing too special. You want to be able to easily switch your cannon from a reverse left shooter to a straight shooter if you need to go through any wall straight or whatever you're doing. And for the reverse left shooter, I sized it down a bunch compared to the last thing I showcased because that was ridiculous. And this one will go far enough for your needs. At 255, that's about as far as it goes, and of course you can add power to this, which will make it go further. But if you go, like, usually I'd go in a base of like 230, a little bit less, it'll go even further. So that's that. There's nothing really too special about this, but the two recommendations I have are using this sort of sand comp with those sort of boosters, which I'll probably release for you guys, and then trying to size down the reverse part as much as possible just to save TNT. And really, you can have enough hammer if your server, if whatever server you play on. So the Archon has a TNT entity limit of 3,000. I remember there's an exact. I'll put it up on the screen, but there's an exact setting for it in the server file, and Archon has that as 3K. So if your cannon has less than 3K dispensers, you're good to go. This one has about 1,200, which uses a lot of TNT, obviously. You can see this hammer is pretty fucking big. But as long as you have enough reverse power, you can stack at 255 without problems. If you don't have enough, it won't be able to actually stack. It won't actually be able to stack up there. It's a really weird glitch that I might show in this video. But basically, if you can't stack to the left and it keeps like reverse stacking here, or something weird on your backboard, then you just need to add reverse power. So those are a few tips. I hope you guys enjoy them, or I hope you guys use them, and I hope they're useful. And I guess you can enjoy them, but that's a little bit weird. So I'm going to just show this thing shooting a little bit, and stay tuned for videos I'm going to be posting this week, because they're pretty important and they have to do with the Canon server I want to release. And thanks for watching.